Alrighty. Now we're going to go into government contractors. And shall we get started here? You got fake human rights laws. That's right, people are forced to work longer than 8 hours. No breaks, no lunches, you know. But anyways, you got no holidays, less pay. Work, how you say, you have to work a lot more, so your workload becomes heavier. You got no benefits. And then you got part-time, casual, and you got temps. And then they have volunteers, you know, free slave labor, and seasonal or term positions. You know, they allow someone to work there for a few months and then they get rid of them. But anyways, you have fewer or less long-term lasting jobs. And when I say lasting jobs, that's right. They don't want you, how you say, to retire in 30 years. No, they want you to work your whole friggin' life as a slave, so you get no pension, no coverage, and you're forced to work all your lives. This is the future of their so-called fake human rights. And human rights, how you say, denies 50% of the claims right from the start. Just like compensation, you know, they have it all figured out, eh? Every little angle, even compensation, they cut off people after a while because you've been seriously injured on a job. But anyways, they don't care. So basically compensation, you know, you have less full-time employees. And the big thing about government contracts or contractors, you know, the contract gets funneled down from hand to hand. That's called sleight of hand. Government contractors, eh? For example, I'll give you an example. For the garbage industry, let's say they give it to a contractor, and then the mayor and all of his, how you say, cohorts, you know, those people, how you say, that are running the show, they decide the garbage people get no holidays. Why is that? Because you have to work every day except for the weekends, which is Saturday and Sunday. But even the holidays that people get off, normally the garbage men no longer get. So your government has screwed the garbage people, or garbage men and women, whatever. So even the 3 holidays that they gave, you still have to come in and work the Saturday, 3 Saturdays out of the year, the supposed fake holiday that you get. So you get no holidays whatsoever. You don't even get your 2-week holidays. You don't get holidays at all. No holidays. And if they do it to us, the garbage men who pick up your garbage trash, then they're gonna do it to you. So one industry by one, they're gonna take away your so-called fake human rights. Fake human rights laws. You know, that fake, how you say, UN Agenda 21 Assembly? All fake. The UN and their fake human rights, their fake laws. You know, it's pretty black and white to me. Black and white. You know, how they basically pin people against people instead of having, how you say, benefits for all people, holidays for all people. And you get rid of the word contractor altogether and you just get workers. But no, you can't have, how you say, equality or equal justice for all. You got fake human rights laws. Fake, fake, fake. Can I emphasize on the word fake? People working, you know, 10 hours, 20 hours, even doctors and nurses, they have to work, you know, long hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, you know, that's not 8 hours, is it? No, that's fake human rights laws. So you need real laws, you know, what the people really fought for in the beginning. Instead you have new manipulated fake laws, less pay, you know, your taxes go up. and your wage goes down. You know, the cost of living keeps going up and your wage goes down. But anyways, you can clearly see, if you're not a real government worker, you don't get holidays, you get less pay, more of a workload, less benefits or no benefits. And even the types of insurances and the insurance industry, that's another huge scamming industry right there. But you can clearly see how easily it is defined to see through the government's corruption. You know, one contractor, let's say for example, he gets the contract, he has to pay the worker 400, and then that worker pays another worker 200, and then that worker, he might pay somebody else 100. You know, that's how it's called sleight of hand or funneling. It absorbs them of all responsibility. Well, no it doesn't, because you're the one who issues the contracts, you're the one who's liable, and if your fake laws are superseded by a contract, then the laws are void. So if your laws are void, then that means no laws. How you say? There is no law, because all laws are fake. And to even further rub insult to injury, basically, when you have no rights, there's no law. But the point is clear. If you can't have fair, equal pay and equality for all workers, you know, you have truck drivers forced to drive for long hours, and it just keeps going on and on and on. So just remember, the truth is very simple. But these governments try to absorb any responsibility, and the responsibility is simple. We need real laws that get rid of this corruption and sleight of hand. You know, sleight of hand. Government, contractor. How you say no. You need defined laws, fair laws, and clear laws. Not manipulation of laws. And that's what we got here. You got such fakeness. What do? They take away your rights and they build a museum for rights. I mean, I don't know about you, but as a human being, everyone should just say enough is enough. And we should all just stand up to these so-called elected officials and set things right, because you're not going to have anyone to look after you, and you can't look after yourself if you get injured. And when you're injured, these people cut off your compensation anyways, because they use inside doctors. It's called inside trading. That's right. And when you've gone through and suffered your own personal injury, injury, and had to make do and to do whatever you can to survive, you know, you got one doctor going against 3 doctors, and apparently, you know, this is definitely a civil suit. But that was one thing I was going to get into, is how human rights sets up their own courts or laws, and that's another abomination of so-called justice. You know, they have so many different areas of law. It's all one law. You can't say this is business law, this is human rights law, this is a bunch of crap. You need one law, so this, you know, is not manipulated. Because as soon as they start saying, well, we need laws for this and that, no. You make clear, concise laws with no grey areas. Because then you get a manipulation of your whole society through this. And that's how they're not paying wages in retirement, and even cutting down your retirement, or taking it away even after you're retired. So remember, you're not going to have any pension because the government spends it all. It's the same as your EI money or employment insurance. When they've stolen enough of your money, then they go on a spending spree. And time again, when that money is supposed to be there for the people, the government has already stolen it. Remember, They've spent trillions of dollars building underground cities and bunkers for themselves. But is that money accounted for? No, because it is casually, how you say, sleight of hand. And don't forget, there's a contractor out there that's built your bunkers, so we'll know where to find you when the truth comes down. You want to genocide us, and you want to screw us and work us like slaves, then you got another thing coming. 'Cause we're not going to be forced to work all of our lives just so you can get wealthy off of us and steal all the resources for yourselves. 'Cause that's what you're doing. You don't have any ownership over the resources. The resources of the world belong to the people of the world. And one way or another, you're going to find out. But remember, fake laws, fake human rights, fake government. And you'll just know how to find them. They live in the biggest and largest homes. That's right. Because they're sucking the people dry while people are struggling and struggling to survive. People are committing suicide. You know, they make life so hard for people. It's just not fair. And fair is a word that the government doesn't understand. So remember, if you're hurt in war, or if you're screwed by the government, they deny insurance claims, they deny compensation, they deny. And what do they deny? They deny everything because they just try to put it onto the contractors when it's all on the onus of the government. And the government is corrupt right to the core. So we know about all your scams, and we'll get into it more. We'll get into how you screw people in the stock market. We'll get into every little detail of how your families are all friggin' related and how you're running it all just like one big racketeer. Because that's what it is. It's racketeering when you're all family related. Cousins and aunties, presidents, all family related. Family related. Remember that word. Voting fixed. Put your little vote in a box and hope it gets counted. And how many votes do they throw away because they say they're spoiled? No, you need a different voting system, a 3-part ballot system that shows you put the ballot in the box, it goes up on a board, it shows who you voted for, and the counts will match, and it all has to be shown. None of this, oh, it's a surprise in a box. That's how the rich screw you. And even another way the rich screw you is, say for example there's 2,000 people voting for this guy, but the rich have only 1,000 in this area. Their 1,000 counts as 1 seat, and the 2,000 only counts as 1 seat in a poor area. So remember, the rich have made it so you're screwed. Your voting is fixed. God bless ya. Prepare and take care, because these friggin' idiots in the government are all insanely corrupt. And power equals nothing. No coverage. Nothing. You get nothing. You get forced to work as a slave. So, one slave to another slave out there, all you slaves, it's time to break the reality, and the reality is clear. The government is all fraud, all fake, fake human rights, fake laws, fake. Remember, the truth is a double-edged sword, and I'm just razor sharpening it right now, because more and more truth to come. You want to play, do ya? The truth shall stand clear, and as clear as day. All of you out there, make your own videos and share your experiences with how compensation has screwed you, with how the government has screwed you, and make no mistake, we know how every part of your system works, and we're going to expose every last fine detail, connecting all the money to all your genocide. God bless you, take care and prepare, and remember, you're not going to have anywhere to hide from the truth, because God always knows, and God ain't happy with you. But anyways, for all the good people out there, remember, we know. God bless you.